Hey guys, since my last deck profile was so well received, I've actually decided to go through and do another one for you guys. This time I'm going to go through my Cyber Dragon OTK. Now this deck's designed mainly to just flat out kill my opponent by turn 2 or 3, so we'll just go through real quick, see what you guys think. Right, start off we've got, of course, 3 Cyber Dragons. Can't run this deck without that card. They control a monster, I don't. I special summon the card. And being Cyber Dragons, 3 copies of Cyber Dragon's Lay. Reveal one magic card, counts as a Cyber Dragon. Allows me to go into my fusions much quicker. And then we've got 3 Proto Cyber Dragons. While face up on the field, counts as a Cyber Dragon. All of my OTK loops involve Cyber Dragon in some way, so the more Cyber Dragons I have, the easier it is. Because I rely a lot on fusion, 3 of the Light Hex fusions. As long as I control this card and one other Cyber Dragon, I can fuse into Cyber Twin Dragon at any point in my turn. Always good to get a 2800 beat stick that can attack twice, so that helps a lot. Just to stall my opponent just a little bit if I can't get the OTK quite so quickly, 3 Cyber Valleys. It's a great card. If it's ever attacked, I can just remove it from play, end the battle phase and draw a card. So it also helps me a little bit with draw power too. So with thinning in mind, I run 2 copies of Shining Angel. Cards ever sent to the graveyard as a result of being destroyed by battle. Special summon a light type monster in attack mode. Great play with Cyber Valley, because if they attack it again I get to draw a card. Because I run a lot of lights, Honest, Hand Trap, not really much you can say about Honest. I run 1 Cyber Phoenix just to protect some of my machines from ridiculous destruction effects and whatnot. Really good card. Being Cyber Dragons, I run 2 copies of Power Bond. Power Bond allows me to fuse my Cyber Dragons up and double the attack points. Really handy with OTKs. Just 2 lots of 5600 is game if it hits. So, being a fusion based deck, 1 Polymerization. Stop pesky Mirror Forces, Torrential Tributes, anything like that. 2 Forbidden Lance. I may lose 800 attack, but my monster doesn't die, so it's always good. Run 2 copies of MST. Don't really need many more than 2. Good to just pick out back row and get rid of it. Or pesky field spells maybe. Run pretty well staples for most of this deck. Run 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Heavy Storm, Book of Moon. Staple in every machine deck. Limiter removal, double my attack points, lose my monster at the end of the turn. Now, run 1 copy of my body as a shield. It's really useful against Dark Holes, Mirror Forces, anything that would destroy my monsters. A lot of people run into that card and just absolutely lose their minds. Because I run a lot of light types, both on lead. Basically it allows me to summon a Proto Cyber Dragon, play the card, summon a Light Hex, so in my turn 1 I can have a Cyber Twin Dragon. 1 copy of Overload Fusion, that's mostly just backup if I lose a lot of my machine type monsters beforehand. I mean, there's not a lot you can do sometimes, so Chimeratech is just insane when you get enough machines in the grave. Now onto traps, of course, so I run 1 Mirror Force. It's pretty standard in every deck nowadays. 2 Threatening Roars, that's just stall my opponent, make sure they can't kill me before I OTK them. 2 copies of Trapstone. It's a great card if I want to go for my OTK, play the card, play my turn, kill my opponent. There's not much they can do about it. Run 1 Torrential Tribute. Goes without saying, get rid of all their monsters, get rid of mine. And 1 Starlight Road, just to stop the Heavy Storm, pretty much. It's a great card for stopping Heavy Storm, and free Stardust. Alrighty, we'll go on to the extra deck. Can't be Cyber Dragon OTK without this card. Run 3 copies of Cyber Twin Dragon. He's the main engine for OTK. attacks twice every turn, and starting point 2800, power bonded 56, and well, if I limited that on top of it, he goes over 11k, so ridiculously good card. I don't get this card out much, but I do run two, just Cyber End Dragons. I have power bonded into it before, but it's a really big hit. Half my life points to summon that card at power bonding, so it's a very circumstantial card. If I can get it, I get it. If I don't, the game's usually over before I get it anyway, but... One Fortress Dragon. They have machines and I play Cyber Dragon. Steal their stuff. Hit them for as much as I can. Schmerotek Overdragon. It's mainly my fallback card if I lose too many monsters. And of course, Stardust Dragon. Can't run Starlight Road without Stardust Dragon, so it's the only reason it's in the deck. Thanks guys. I'll see you next time.